Rudy drops a Saturday night bomb that could shatter Cohen's tape in a million pieces by US4Trump.com. The now infamous release of the Cohen tape took a wild new twist Saturday evening after President Trump's attorney Rudy Giuliani unveiled a new breakthrough regarding it. Giuliani told Fox News that Cohen's tape of the president discussing payment to a Playboy model may have been played, quote, with and is a recording of the original recording, as per two experts and retired FBI agents who analyzed the secretly recorded conversation. The former New York mayor appeared on Judge Jeanine Pirro's show to shed more light on the latest discovery, actually. Rudy explained to Judge Jeanine that the latest chain of actions by Cohen is troubling, and he was loyal to Trump while serving as his attorney for over 20 years. And he is shocked at Cohen's tactics, but not surprised, as he heard stories over the years about Cohen's character and things he did. According to Giuliani, Cohen or his lawyer are the only people who would have leaked the tape to CNN under the current circumstances, but it wasn't what was heard on the tape that concerns Rudy. Rudy said he, meaning Cohen, abruptly ended that recording as soon as the president said the word check. What we are investigating is how did it happen? What actually did happen? What was eliminated? Giuliani also said they're connected with how many other recordings did this happen to? And they are now seeking to gain access to the raw version of the tapes to get to the bottom of it. That's when Judge Jeanine saw exactly where Rudy was going with all of this. Judge Jeanine pointed out that the audio recordings that are not the full version or are tampered with are not admissible in court. Rudy said although they are doing everything they can to get the raw tapes, there's a narrow chance it will happen. But regardless, Giuliani assured that Trump's legal team is not concerned because what was released proves Trump did not do anything criminal. President Donald Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, joined me by phone to discuss the breaking news about the Trump/Cohen recording. Let's take a listen here.
But first, Rudy Giuliani, within the hour, has told Fox News that experts have gone over the tape that former Trump attorney Michael Cohen allegedly made of conversations with the president. And Giuliani says, quote, somebody played around, close quote, with the tape. And he says the Trump legal team is still trying to get to the bottom of it. Among other things, Giuliani said he is trying to get access to the original full recording. A prospect Giuliani concedes is slim. And joining me now by phone on all of this breaking news is the man himself, President Trump's attorney, Mr. Mayor Rudy Giuliani. All right, good evening, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Some shocking news tonight.
I guess, Judge, that we have to stop being shocked. I have to admit that I was. I always thought of Michael Cohen as a responsible guy, a guy who was basically honest and certainly was extremely loyal to the president, as the president was to him for many, many years. I used to hear rumors about him, about his character and some of the things he did. And now I find he does things like records his client, doesn't tell him. He abruptly ended that recording as soon as the president said the word check. What we're investigating is how did that happen? What actually did happen? What was eliminated? And then you're going to raise that question with every one of these tapes. How many of them did he play around with? I mean, the guy has like 180 tapes.
Well,
Lanny Davis, his lawyer, said he didn't intend to deceive. Well, I don't know who's a big liar. I mean, Lanny Davis has to confront the fact that with Chris Cuomo, he took his phone and he put it in the desk drawer and said, I'm not going to record it. What do you mean you're not intending to deceive?
well,
I don't know. These people, these Clinton people, think they can just say something. He didn't intend to deceive, and we got him on tape putting it in the drawer.
Well, Mr. President, Mr. Mayor, you and I both know you're a former prosecutor. I'm a former prosecutor. You got to lay a foundation for the admissibility of any tape. And what struck me the first time I heard the tape, and we'll get to how CNN got it in a moment, was you have to, number one, make sure that it's admissible in evidence if it's recorded with the permission of one of the parties. And it was, because Michael Cohen recorded it. It was unethical because he's the lawyer, but that's another issue. Then we have to lay a proper foundation. Anyone listening to that tape knows that all of a sudden it's cut off, it's garbled at a crucial period of time when the president seems to be saying, no, you make a check out. We don't use cash.
Yes.
And nobody asked any questions about it. You and I both know they cannot tamper with this. But the only way for us to figure out if this is accurate is for you to get the original tape. How are you going to do that?
Well, we got to hope it exists. This could be a recording of a recording. We're not sure yet. That they can probably determine. You're right. We may never be able to determine that, but we have determined the fact that he tampered with the tape in the sense that he abruptly, mid-conversation, turned it off. Now, we know he didn't do that for a good reason, because a guy that goes into a reporter and hides his thing and says, I'm not taping it, and then is taping it for 2 hours, is definitely not someone who didn't intend to deceive, as Lanny Davis falsely said.
Well, in addition to that, he's lying, but that's another issue. You and I both know that in order for the government to admit something into court, they've got to show its continuing custody and that no changes, additions, or deletions have been made. If they cannot prove that there are no deletions or changes, and we don't know where it's been, could that be the reason that it was leaked to CNN? And do you have any idea how it got to CNN?
Well, isn't that interesting? Because last week at this time, Jay Sekulow and I were being accused of leaking it. Maggie Haberman, who got the story, to her credit, made it clear that it didn't come from us. There's only one other place it could come from, Cohen and Lanny Davis. And people wondered, well, why did they put it out? Because it's harmful to Cohen. I think they put it out because they wanted the doctored version to obscure whatever else might be on that tape, which will be I'm sure it'll be good for us. That, I think, is lost to us. It was never recorded in the first place. I was hoping he had possibly erased it and we could maybe recover it, but it was never recorded in the first place.
Well, Mr. Mayor, everybody knows you can't tamper with
stuff. As you know, Judge, we can draw an inference from that it was favorable to us because of the way in which he was deceiving us.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Rudy Giuliani, I want to thank you for calling in with this break.
Great book, Judge.
Thank you.
I've gotten through half of it now. You gave me a copy. Got through half of it. I bought my own to give about 3 or 4 of them out. Great book.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right. And I know you're going to have more to say tomorrow morning on Fox News Sunday.
Yes, I'll be on Chris Wallace tomorrow.
All right.
Well, as you can see, they got to Cohen for this to be taking place, and Cohen supposedly leaking the tapes to the media. So, we shall see. Again, who's behind it. You know who's behind it? It's the witch Hillary. This is why all this is taking place. Because the witch is mad that she paid so much money into this campaign. She lost, so she's got to keep the narrative going continuously to make Trump and his supporters suffer through all of this. But I got news for them. It's not working, and it's all garbage in the end. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.